Hey folks, what you're looking at is my Google Nexus 7. I've put it back in its original box and it's being sold. Why is that? Because I really didn't get as much use out of it as I thought I would, unfortunately. I came into this purchase basically to try Android out and see what it was like, and I figured a stock experience with a Google Nexus device would be the best way to do that. And oh, it sure was. I'm very impressed with Android. I really like it, especially version 4. Since version 4 has been out, it's been really refined and really nice. The app market on there is so much better than iOS by a long shot. That it's taught me one thing. I definitely want an Android phone at some point in the future, just because I like what you can do with them. Hopefully, I can find an Android phone with a decent camera like this iPhone I'm using now to film this video has. So, there you go. That's another video for another day, though. My experience with this tablet has been very positive. It was a fantastic tablet. I do like tablets, hardware-wise. They're really nice, sleek devices. But are they as useful as they're made out to be and advertised and stuff like that? In my particular use case scenario, not really. I mean, they're kind of a toy in my workflow. It's a fun device. I really like it, but I get more use out of a small laptop than I do out of a small tablet. Netbooks spoiled me. Back when I had my netbook, I toyed around with that thing constantly. It came in very handy for college work, back when I was at my old college. And I could tinker with it and do my work on it. I could do everything with a little netbook like that, even if the power that was behind those netbooks was pretty horrible compared to now. Now, are traditional tablets like this one useless? No. They're just not meant for power users, I don't think. At least power users like me who like modular stuff, upgradability. And if you're a hardware guy like me, it's just not as much fun, really. If you're a software guy, maybe these are more fun, but as a hardware guy, these aren't that exciting for me. I mean, I hold it and the ooh shiny is there for about a week, and then after a while you kind of get over that and start thinking of practical uses for it. And the Google Nexus 7, the use case scenario I would put this in is light internet use. It's not the most productive machine in the world, but you can make it productive if you try. You can get a Bluetooth keyboard, you can get applications that let you be productive. But at the end of the day, I still think a laptop is much better than this for that sort of use. I think the best use for a tablet like this is media consumption. Things like Netflix, YouTube, you name it, streaming video, photos, and browsing the web. Basically, basic stuff. All your basic uses of a modern computer would be on this thing. Like if all you do is browse Facebook all day or read news, this is perfect for you. But if you're like me and you like to tinker with your hardware, this is not quite as much fun as I thought it would be. Now, while tablets like this are kind of useless to me in my particular use case scenario, what fixes that is a recent invention. The hybrid tablet. This is the Transformer book, the Asus Transformer book T100. As you can see, it's basically a netbook, but when you detach it from the dock here, it becomes a tablet. So it's kind of both in one. It's a tiny laptop, but it's also a tablet all in one, and that I think is fantastic. This fixes all the problems I've had with the Nexus 7. This reminds me a lot of when I had my Surface. I was impressed with the Surface because it could be both a productive machine and a fun tablet toy type of thingy to use, and that's exactly what this thing does. It's kind of the best of both worlds. While you can't tinker with the hardware as much as you could on a netbook, you can still do a lot of stuff on it that is a lot of fun. Like I can run emulators, and basically, since it's an x86 based tablet, I can run anything I want on it since it's Windows. And that, to me, is more important than anything else in the world, is being able to do what I want with my device. I feel like I have more freedom with a device like this. That's the same way I felt with my netbook. I'd rather have a 12-inch laptop or a netbook over a tablet like this, when the stuff I do with my tablet, I can do a lot of it on my phone, and I can do a lot of it with one of these instead. So this can serve as sort of a dual purpose, rather than having this as just a dedicated device for small, menial things. So, in my mind, the hybrid tablet solves my problems with traditional tablets. So that's what I'll be using as my tablet now. I'll be using this Asus Transformer book. This was well worth the money. I really like this thing a lot. So I'll be using this instead. So that's my impression of tablets so far after a year or two of using them. Is that the hybrid tablets are the best for people like me who are geeky and like to do what they want with their hardware. Whereas stuff like the Nexus 7, the Samsung Galaxy Tab, the iPad Mini, all that stuff is really good for basic use. Whereas this kind of thing is better for advanced use. And even just getting a small 12-inch laptop like a ThinkPad X201 is a great choice, a great sort of a great solution that's been around since the 90s, for crying out loud. Small laptops like that have been around forever, and they're not going away anytime soon because they're dead useful. So, that's my opinion on whether tablets are useless. I don't think they're useless to everybody, but to people like me, they kind of are, in the traditional sense. But in the non-traditional sense, with the hybrid design, I think they're extremely useful because they're more flexible and versatile than just a plain old tablet. Now, that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you guys think tablets are useless? And before anyone says anything, let me just clear one thing up. Tablets are not going to kill the desktop or the laptop. It's just not going to happen because they don't do as much as a desktop or a laptop, especially in a education or corporate environment. It's just not going to happen, guys. So keep dreaming. I just thought I'd say that before anybody else, says something stupid. So, anyway, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think tablets are useless? Do you think they have a future? I think that tablets themselves, right now, they're young. They are a rudimentary technology. They will develop into something else that's better, I think. Sort of like the netbook did. The netbook developed into the hybrid tablet that you see here. I think the traditional tablet will develop into something better than it is now in the future. It will be part of another product at some point. That's my prediction. Anyhow, what do you guys think? I'd be curious to know. Let me know down in the comments section. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.